So it looks like this TikTok ban's actually happening, and I honestly don't really give a shit, which you might find surprising given that I have almost 400,000 followers and basically built a career off it. But those days are kind of past now, and my page is about as active as the large intestine of an opioid addict. The thing I do unfortunately care about is a massive well of public discourse being treated like Casey Anthony's kids. And look, I'm not going to try and argue that it isn't some kind of national defense threat. I'm sure there's a room of stuffy old Pentagon officials sticking cigars up their assholes doing that meh see noise describing how China is propagandizing the youth of our country through fucking thirst traps and Pepe the King prawn memes. Now, the thing that really twists my dick about this is the slip and slide into oligarchy and authoritarianism that we're just sort of letting happen. And you might be thinking, but this is justified. TikTok's a threat. And of course it is. Of course this is legitimate. It has to start that way. You can't boil the frog in an already boiling pot of water. You have to turn the temp up slowly. You have to convince half the population that banning this app somehow aligns with their political or cultural team, and then let us rip each other apart like a pit of alligators being thrown a raw chicken over yet another dumb fucking binary while a bunch of billionaires dictate how we live our lives. It's such a tired fucking narrative at this point. We just sit around hating each other for the dumbest shit because a bunch of con men are desperately clinging to their wealth and power, and they know how fucked they'd be if we had the self-awareness to turn all this righteous anger and moral outrage at them instead of fucking Steve for tweeting problematic shit 10 years ago. If I saw this shit on a TV show, I'd think it was bad writing with how fucking gullible we all are. Yet here we are again, waiting for our marching orders from the usual talking heads who will be out here convincing you that banning a platform where hundreds of thousands of Americans have chosen to communicate freely their thoughts and ideas is actually a good idea. Yeah, that's the American way, right? Apple pie and ice cream with a side of oligarchical authoritarianism. Oh, but I'm misrepresenting all of this, right? TikTok just has to sell itself to an American company and all will be well. In fact, it's actually TikTok's fault for not complying with the judges. Yes, of course. All this platform has to do is sell itself to the billionaires that want to ban it and everything's fine. Just give McMurphy a lobotomy and all's well, right? Look, I don't want to be on here defending this fucking app. It's basically become some abominable combination of Temu and QVC. I can't go 5 fucking videos without some broccoli-headed Nepo baby grifter trying to sell me dick pills. But for some fucking reason, between the cultural appropriation dances and movie clips with that person sitting way too close to their TV, people have chosen to have some actual real conversations on this evil Chinese spyware. And our government, the fucking fount of free speech defenders, is going to shut it down. And look, I don't care if the 1980s Tim Curry version of Satan from Legend was the CEO of this fucking company. Shutting down this avenue of public discourse is authoritarianism as shit. It's a bloated class of billionaires telling poor folks where we can gather. As it always is, this is class warfare, and we are fucking losing.